Thanks for that, Greg. You've almost taken half my speech away from me. Anyway, I'll give you a bit of a rundown, hopefully a bit more detail than what you've just heard anyway. As you're probably aware, I've spent most of my life in Sydney, or pretty much all of my life in Sydney, and basically come from a working class background. My father worked from General Motors Holdings for 25 odd years. But I guess after leaving school I did some tertiary studies in accounting and commerce, and through various different jobs with insurance companies and I don't know, various other different businesses, I ended up working for small business for over 10 years, basically in an admin, bookkeeping, accounting role. And I guess that was kind of through most of the Howard years. And I guess the lesson that's taught me, especially in relation to a lot of small businesses, and I presume a number of you people here are from the small business field, basically it gives me an insight into the difficulties, the day-to-day problems that you have dealing with bureaucracy, and basically how you might feel that government can actually improve your working day-to-day life through less regulation. And trust me, from those 10 years that I worked in a small business, I know there's a lot that can be done to improve regulation for small business. Aside from that, I guess I kind of, my life in Sydney was kind of in probably one of the more wealthier areas, and I had a very active social life within those areas, and that kind of all kind of ended, I guess, with my move up to Toowoomba back in 2007. Basically, and the only reason I'm here is because of a house I saw on the internet and fell in love with, and kind of bought it and moved up here without even actually visiting the town before, so I really knew nothing about it prior to actually moving up here. But was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I actually really like Toowoomba. It's a great place, the compactness, and it's got everything that you could possibly want in it, so I was actually very pleasantly surprised. I guess aside from that, I've been working at the University of Southern Queensland now in an admin capacity for probably 3 years or thereabouts, and very busy over there with the start of semester at the moment. And so I've kind of got a bit of a understanding of both sides, from the small business side as well as the public service side, and bureaucracy and red tape that goes along with that. And trust me, it's not pleasant working in the public service when you have to deal with all that. I just do understand how inefficient it is. So just because I'm a member for the Greens, don't think that I don't like business. I actually have a lot of experience in business, and I kind of understand the need to kind of streamline business as much as possible, and obviously cut back on public service. I guess you're probably expecting me to waffle on for half an hour about, I don't know, the environment and climate change and all that kind of stuff, but I'm sure you've heard enough of that in various different media outlets over the last few years, so I'm probably going to skip that. I guess what I will kind of comment on, though, is some of the initiatives that I guess the Greens would like to bring to Toowoomba if we have the opportunity. And I guess, aside from the obvious moratorium on coal seam gas and coal mines, because we understand that that's kind of getting out of control, and as kind of the world population increases and obviously gets a better standard of living, the demand for these products are just going to kind of skyrocket, and that's going to impact on everybody around the area, and not just Toowoomba, probably around Australia. So you've got to understand that there is a kind of large impact that is going to come along with the raising of standard of living for the rest of the world, and that's going to impact on you guys. Now, I guess some of the other areas that we kind of want to kind of bring forward, some of the things probably around the actual CBD of Toowoomba. We are not anti-business by any means. Especially myself, I would love to actually see more high-rise buildings go in, more office blocks, more apartment blocks going around Toowoomba. I'd like to see the Ruthven Street and Margaret Street kind of central area probably turned into a mall. And I'm sure that this has all probably been canvassed by council previously, but that's still part of our policy to kind of fit in with that. And obviously we want to kind of build Toowoomba up. We want to get the population to grow, and obviously the benefits that brings is probably going to be along the lines of better services, better infrastructure, just better entertainment options, better sporting options, better employment options, and just better business options for everybody who kind of plays a role in business. And I think that's kind of one of our main areas that we want to work on. We're definitely not anti-business, and whoever kind of tells you that is kind of really doesn't know what they're talking about. Some of the other little initiatives we have, we'd like to, I think Greg mentioned it earlier, work with the Department of Main Roads and Council regarding bike lanes, because we believe, well, aside from the health benefits of cycling and the other associated benefits with cost, I mean, you're not paying for petrol and wear and tear on the cars, and you're getting cars off the road and all that other kind of issues, but it just separates the cyclists from the motorists, and I think motorists would be just as happy as cyclists to have that happen. We also would like to kind of go along with the issues of more public transport, as in probably one of the issues that was raised in the previous session about a rail link. We are very much for an electrified rail link coming from Brisbane up to Toowoomba and possibly further out, but that remains to be seen depending on costs. And I think you'll hear major policy launches from us in the near future regarding that. We also would like to establish a light rail network around Toowoomba as well, probably out to the university, but also other areas. And obviously there's the other environmental issues with regards to the water and the recycled water system that we will be promoting. I think that was kind of came up a few years ago. Thank you.